As we all know, the World Baseball Classic starts in officially under a week, and I kind of just wanted to make this video talking about why I think Team USA will actually win the World Baseball Classic and what is the best chances to get there. I also want to talk about why I think this lineup is really good and why I think you guys should look out for certain players and positions. But before we do that, tell me right now in the comment section down below, do you guys think Team USA really has a chance to win this WBC? Of course, I personally think they do. It's just there's a lot of teams in their way that can stop them eventually. With that being said, let's get into the catching position. The catchers they have are arguably some of the best catchers in all the league. They got JT Realmuto, and of course they got Will Smith from the Dodgers. Now JT Realmuto is of course someone that is coming off a World Series run. Of course he did not win the World Series unfortunately with the Phillies, but the dude is arguably the best catcher in all of baseball. He's someone that is very electric. He's someone that can hit the ball. That's really rare with catchers nowadays. If you could hit, you're going to get paid a big bag. I think this guy is going to be stellar in this World Baseball Classic, and Will Smith is similar. He's still a really good catcher. He's a catcher that can defend. He's a catcher that could hit. It's just JT Realmuto, of course, obviously in my opinion, is just a better catcher. Now I love me some Will Smith, don't get me wrong. Also, we also do have Kyle Higashioka. I'm more stuck on boy Higgy a little bit. Higgy, of course, is kind of like the secondary catcher for the Yankees. If you guys don't know much about Yankee baseball, he's someone that plays behind Jose Trevino, but he's still a really good catcher. He's a streaky type of guy. If he gets a lot of hits, he gets on fire, he's going to be someone that it does really well. Of course, he has really good defense too. Him and Jose Trevino are one of the best catching duos in baseball just because of their defensive numbers. Now, at first base, we got two people that could arguably continue to be MVP candidates for the remainder of their career. Paul Goldschmidt and Pete Polar Bear Alonso. Of course, I'm a person that lives near New York, so I follow both New York teams. I love me some Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso is going to be really good. He's off to a hot spring training recently. He hit a home run, I think, in his first couple of at-bats at spring training with the Mets. Also, Paul Goldschmidt coming off of a MVP. I mean, what more can you ask for? Paul Goldschmidt, when you look at him, isn't a guy you think would be very analytically driven, but this dude is all about analytics. He has continued to prove why he's one of the best first basemen in all of baseball, and I wouldn't be surprised if this guy hits a couple dongs in the first couple of games. And of course, at second base, you guys got Jeff McNeil. The dude's coming off of a batting title. He was really good for the Mets last season. He's someone that you could see constantly get on base, and a great thing actually about the staff that is running Team USA is that there's an analytical department from the Dodgers organization, I believe, that's helping out Team USA, and there's the person that's managing the game. The manager, of course, is Mark DeRosa. He's someone that isn't always analytically driven. He's actually someone that, you know, likes the old style of baseball, right? You think this player is going to do really well in this spot. For example, you'll probably see Jeff McNeil in first a lot of times just because he's a really good leadoff hitter, but if analytics continues to be a thing, I think I heard on a podcast called Talking Baseball that they actually talked about how, you know, maybe the analytic department might put him at seventh because that's where he fits more. Jeff McNeil is a great spot in your second base position. Now, in third base, we have two candidates. We have Nolan Arenado, which of course Nolan Arenado is clean. He's some guy that's really good with the glove. He's constantly impressing you, and he's a person that you kind of watch the Cardinals for, in my opinion, if you're not really a big Cardinals fan. He's fun to watch. He is someone that can hit. Of course, we know there was a big thing going on if he could actually really hit outside of Coors Field, but he continues to prove why he is still really good. I mean, the dude came like, I think, top 5 in the MVP voting in 2022, so he's gonna go into the WBC looking really good. Now, the other person, of course, is Bobby Witt Jr. at third base. Bobby Witt Jr., man, he's coming off a really good rookie season with the Kansas City Royals. He kind of went under the radar just because there's been so many rookies last year that has proved their value. You had Michael Harris, you had Julio Rodriguez, you just had these people that were just really good, and Bobby Witt Jr. kind of went to the wayside. Like, no one really paid that much attention to him, and I think Bobby Witt Jr. is going to shock a lot of people this WBC if he actually gets a lot more playing time than Nolan Arenado. At your shortstop position, we got Tim Anderson from the Chicago White Sox, and we have Trey Turner from the Philadelphia Phillies. Wow, man, what a weird free agency last 2022 was, because Trey Turner is with the Phillies now. It's kind of odd to say. I think Trey Turner being there, I know a lot of Dodgers fans last season were kind of iffy about his glove. Now, do I think that's going to be a big deal in the WBC? I don't know. It depends on certain situations, but the bet is definitely there with Trey Turner, and he's a speedy guy, man. Speaking of speedy guys, you guys got Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson, of course, got injured a little bit with the White Sox in 2022, so I would expect some type of production out of him. I just feel like Trey Turner would get more run just because Tim Anderson is kind of coming off of a weird season with the White Sox. On the outfield, this is where things get really interesting because this is where your team starts to get really stellar. I mean, no matter where you look at it on the infield, in my opinion, your team is stellar, but the outfield is where all the big stars are. Like my big guy, Mike frickin' Trout. Mike Trout from the Los Angeles Angels will be playing your center field. You got someone like Kyle Tucker from the Houston Astros. You got someone like Kyle Schwarber from the Philadelphia Phillies. You got Cedric Mullins playing center field. I'm a big Cedric Mullins fan. And you got my guy, Mookie Betts, which which can play, of course, all over the outfield, and he can play second base as well in the infield, which is really good if Jeff McNeil needs like a break or something like that. Let's talk about Mike Trout first of all. We know Mike Trout is one of the best generational players of our generation, and I think Mike Trout is really excited for the WBC. I remember watching his interview when they announced Team USA, and he just was like, yeah, I'm excited to go. I want to win a championship, a ring. I want to show how good Team USA has become in the last 5 years since the last one. Now, of course, we all know Kyle Tucker is really good from the Houston Astros. I think he's kind of underrated to a sense. Not a lot of people give him credit, right? He's been a consistent, really good player, and he's someone that was really good for that Astros team last year. And you got someone like Kyle Schwarber. I love me some Schwarber bombs. Schwarber is so fun to watch. He's a guy that is very expressive. Now, the defense might not be there all the time, but I'm telling you, when this guy's up to bat, he's going to mean some business. And of course, you got Mookie, man. Mookie is probably one of my favorite players to watch, especially when I want to watch a West Coast game, just because Mookie is always there on defense. He's someone that makes spectacular catches, and on top of that, his bat's always there. He got really hot right before the playoffs last year, and of course, we know the Dodgers kind of let their fan base down, unfortunately, and not making that far in the playoffs. But of course, the playoffs are a crapshoot, so you don't always know what happens. But Mookie, of course, is someone that has been consistent the last couple of years. He's arguably been a top 5 MVP candidate for a couple of years as long as he's been healthy, and I think that a lot of these people in this outfield is going to be really fun to watch. I'm excited just to see like Mike Trout in center field, Mookie and right in the left field position, have someone like freaking Kyle Tucker or something. I think it'd be fun. It's going to be an all-star game every single game just because of the amount of people they have in their lineup. It's an all-star caliber roster. This is a roster that is slotted second to win the WBC. They have the second best odds. Now, of course, that's just the lineup. Of course, you guys have an amazing starting rotation. You got Adam Wainwright. When Adam Wainwright is good, he is going to be disgusting. He's pitched for a long time with the Cardinals. He is going to be that dedicated ace of that pitching rotation. You also have Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn has consistently been one of the best pitchers for the White Sox organization. He's fun to watch as well, and he just brings that competitive energy that you need. You have one of my favorite young rookies, Brady Singer. He really shocked people last summer in 2022. He kind of went under the radar just because he's on the Kansas City Royals. Not many people watch Royals baseball, but when he's playing against your team, you definitely feel the impact of Brady Singer. Of course, you have some other starters as well, but those are the most notable in my opinion. Of course, your bullpen is really good. You got Ryan Presley, which is coming off of a World Series victory with the Astros. He's someone that will be your dedicated closer just because he's always lights out in that 9th inning. But people like Adam Ottavino is disgusting. He has so much movement on his breaking ball pitches. You have Brooks Raley, which just got traded to the New York Mets from the Rays. He is someone that will consistently do really well. He's a great closer, and you have some really good pitching depth. I think this pitching staff is really good. I'm really excited to see what they will do. I think the starting pitching jobs will be fun to watch. I generally think that the Team USA really has a good chance. Now, the big factor that's going to contribute to them even getting to the finals is going to be Team DR. There's going to be Puerto Rico. There's going to be a bunch of teams, but I generally think Team USA will make it out of pools. If we want to check who they're facing in pools, we could compare the teams, and Team USA just is 10 times better than most of these teams. Pool C has Mexico, Colombia, Canada, and Great Britain. I think Team USA beats all those teams. They might drop a game here and there, but of course, we're going to have to wait till March 11th. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Team USA got this in the bag? Do you think they'll make it to the semis, the finals, or even maybe they don't even make it out of pools? Personally, I have a lot of confidence in them just because I'm seeing an all-star caliber roster, and if you bring this out versus a team that might only have 1 or 2 notable players, I just don't think they will end up winning. Of course, baseball is a numbers game. Anything can happen on any day. Team USA could lose to Canada for all I know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Joe. Have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.